man? This is your boy, man, North End Floyd with another episode, man. This is EP 111, the Kickback Podcast, man. I want to appreciate everybody that's been down with your boy from the get go. You know what I'm saying? Supporting, sharing, liking the podcast and stuff like that. We've been doing this since 2018, 2019. So I appreciate everybody that's been consistent with supporting your boy and stuff like that, man. I got another dope episode with, you know what I'm saying, two men that I respect, you know what I'm saying, definitely have great opinions about different situations and different topics and stuff like that. And we gonna dive in, you know what I'm saying. This episode is the thoughts of men, you know what I'm saying. So what perfect men to have on the show, you know what I'm saying. Then Mr. Staci Lewis and my boy Mike B, you know what I'm saying, to come join me on this Friday night. So, you know what I'm saying, this is the Kickback Podcast. So, you know what I'm saying, if you have any opinions, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, you know what I'm saying, you can post them. Also, you can dial 409-233-0017 if you agree or if you disagree, or if you like I said, if you want to chime in and um give your opinion on the show or a question that we might be talking about. So Stace, you've been on the show before, but let me start with Mike B. Mike B, what's good, man? What's
Hey,
good with you, my
shout
brother?
out to you, Floyd. So what's going on, man? How you doing?
Man, good, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know, man. I've been knowing you since I was little, since Little League Baseball. You know what I'm saying? Seeing you
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there, you
Yo,
know, at EO. So, man, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Having you on the show, this is pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? To consider like how far back we go since I was probably like 8, 9 years old and stuff like that. So it's good seeing you, my brother. How you been?
appreciate it. Everything's been steady, man. Life is
That's what's
cool, man.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shout out to Beaumont, shout out to the
already.
South End.
You already know how we do.
Beaumont is what made us, so
Yeah, Beaumont
yeah.
is what you know what I'm saying, what defined us, man, and stuff. So what's up? What's good with you, Stacy? What's good with you?
Hey man, same thing. Just trying to make sure and trying to be a positive influence for young men, young women. That's it.
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I say, I appreciate y'all coming on this show and spending y'all Friday night with your boy. And also I want to say, man, if y'all want to support the Kickback Podcast, you know what I'm saying? If you're on the Kickback Podcast page, you can purchase some stars, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? It's not that expensive. It's like $1 or something like that, or $2. However you want to do, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing. I ain't finna beg you. I'm just putting it out there in your face, just letting you know if you want to support. Because people be like, how can I support you? Well, you can just do that. You can support your boy by that, you know what I'm saying? And keep this good content rolling. I'm gonna keep it rolling without support or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna do my thing, but you know what I'm saying? It's good to have that support. But yeah, man. So we're talking about the thoughts of men, man. And I got some topics and some questions that I was thinking of, and I probably post them on my page to get you know what I'm saying, people opinions. But a lot of those opinions, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's mostly women that really, you know what I'm saying, comment on those topics. But I want men in general to have their perspective, to let the females know like how we generally feel. We know how you feel, you know what I'm saying, we know your answers, but it's only right if you know our answers, you know what I'm saying. The communication is a two-way street. So you know what I'm saying, what to do, everybody that's chiming in. And also, let me say this before we get into the questions. This might be the last time y'all see this particular type of stream. I think I'm gonna come up. I think I got something different next time. Next time y'all see the podcast, it's gonna be a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be a little bit more easier for people that's in the comments to chime in and do your thing and be a part of the show, because that's what it's all about. So let's get on to the first topic, man. Y'all ready for it?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's start with this one, man. A little simple, a little easy. Let's start out light. You know what I'm saying? People always say opposite attracts. Man, do y'all really think in the long run, in the longevity of a relationship, that the opposite of you is really what attracts you and keeps that person? Is that really true? Opposites attract, or is that like some short term, you know what I'm saying, fling type stuff? And it don't matter. Mike B or Stace, y'all could chime in or whatever.
Stace, how you wanna do? You wanna go?
I'll say yeah and no. I mean, I think when we're talking about opposites attract. I think it's more like uh, the way you think, right? The way you act. I mean, if opposites attract, say if I'm someone who don't like to clean up, I may be attracted to someone who does like to clean up. You know, wouldn't want to share the same kind of duties or the same kind of thing. I wouldn't want to think exactly the same as my partner. I want my partner to have a different perspective, be able to
Hmm.
add, if we're trying to make each other whole. So I do believe to a degree, but we talking about like black and white. We talking about things that are more superficial, the way things looking. Like if she's atheist, I'm Christian. I don't think it works in that context.
Yeah.
But just looking for someone that fits a hole, and then you fit their holes as well. So yeah,
You think might be?
Oh yeah, same. Well, when I say the same, 9 times out of 10, half the time it is opposites attract. I mean, you have things that are similarities from music. Probably hey, I eat pizza, you eat pizza, stuff. But when it comes to characteristics,
Mm,
I might be attracted to a woman that's always at work or in business. Or might
hmm.
have entrepreneurship, or might have it just depends. So for me, that's what I'm attracted to something that's not like me. And when I say me, I'm saying I wouldn't want somebody with 20 tattoos or so. I want somebody that might not have it and is curious about getting it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I think what I'm saying opposites attract. Because yeah, you don't want somebody constantly. I mean, let me say, as far as I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna kind of disagree, dog. I don't really think opposites attract. I think you kind of want somebody that kind of fits what you like. If you don't like going to the club, you don't want that female going to the club all the time and stuff. If you're chill, laid back, and she's loud, then I think that might cause a little friction. I think, to be honest with you, it's only a certain much that a person can take
Mm,
before they feel like I don't like this person. I don't like their vibe. Maybe the toxic trait. It might be a little toxic. The sex might be good, but I think in the long run, you kind of want somebody that's a little bit more compatible to you.
mm,
To be comfortable. Cause like I said, man, if you coming home, man, and she loud and she like, where you been? You know what I'm saying? You don't want that. You want a little peace. You want a little comfort. So I think as far as opposite, I think that might attract for like a short term, and it's just my opinion, this is how I
yeah,
feel.
yeah.
But I just think that it might be a little attraction at the beginning. But I think as far as longevity and compatibility, you kind of want somebody that's kind of thinking on the same lines as you. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're into politics and stuff like that, and she's into or he's into reality TV shows or something like that, you know what I'm saying? And y'all can't really correlate and have that conversation when y'all talk about when she talks about whatever and you talk about politics and she don't know what's going on. So I
Mm,
think and like I say, just my opinion, I think at a particular time that you kind of want that compatibility and you want to kind of vibe together. So I mean, that's just what I'm saying. That's just how I feel,
okay.
I hear you, Floyd, but at the same time, I mean, okay, so I'm into politics, right? I'm into
True.
local politics, but I don't want to hear somebody going back and forth with me on politics. Instead, what I would prefer is you bring a conversation up, and then I want to be the one to receive it and hear your point of view. But also, I grow from learning what you're interested in versus what I'm already not into. Uh, like if you like reality TV show and I don't, I mean, I think it's balanced because each of us we need our own thing, we need our own niche. Um,
Mm.
if it's a deal breaker for you, like to have your lady go out to the clubs, because you're not a club goer. I mean, at the same time, you got to know where you met the person and what's their thing. But we're also not trying to control. And I feel like personally, I don't want to date someone who's a clone of me. And I mean, the world can't handle two Stacy, so I
Yeah,
don't want.
I see what you're saying, like on a respect factor, because like when you growing and it's like understanding, like you understand that person, so you understanding where they come from. You're not necessarily like you said, if that person likes reality TV, then you're kind of growing and you're kind of learning. You know what I'm saying, and be like, okay, yeah, this not too bad. It's kind of like when you're trying different food. You might not, from the you be like I don't like it, but you never tried it, and be like, come on, try it, and then you be like, okay, all right, this is different. So it's kind of like helping you grow, you know what I'm saying? And become compatible to that person, which you would never think you probably would be compatible to. So I kind of feel what you're saying. You say the world can't handle two Stacys. So if she came in and said, you know what, CNN was talking about such and such, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't feeling that. You wouldn't be like, oh yeah, babe. You wouldn't feel that?
But remember, I tell you there's a balance. So I'm in, like I said, I'm into local politics, right? I'm
Okay.
not international. So her being into politics, that's not a problem. You know, she's going to educate me on some stuff that's going on in national legislature and things like that. But I can educate her things that are going on within the city.
Mm,
So there is balance. I mean, you can be underneath the same umbrella, but it's still an opposite because you're looking at national versus state or local.
mm. Yeah, Mike B. I don't know if you single or not, but um, are you looking for a female? Or do you have a female? Y'all are y'all similar a little
Man,
bit?
that Fifth Amendment might come in, man. Nah, I'm wide open, man.
He say he
But
wide open.
yeah, when I say
For
that,
sure.
yeah, right now, it's I was gonna say I was gonna comment with that part of the opposites attract.
Yeah.
It's I wanted to say that at times, man, it could be example wise, someone that might travel.
Hmm.
I don't travel a lot. Used to travel, but not a lot. So let's say I meet somebody. She likes to travel. She wants to go. That part of her might turn me on. Oh, she likes to get up and go. She can manage, take care of home, take care of kids, whatever, bill, whatever. But
Hmm.
she also wants to get out and travel. So that's grabbing my attention. You see what I'm saying? But that's different for some. So it could be sports. I'm a football head, track. So you might have one
Hmm.
that she's all into basketball. I don't know too much about basketball. You see what I'm saying? But it helps me and turns me on to see that this person's interested in sports and can also teach me
Hmm.
if that if that kind of counter in. Or I drive, let's say, trucks. She drives. You see what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
she might have more endorsements on, so things attract me. Like I'm
Yeah,
feeling
for
it.
sure.
That's more of, I guess, it's an attraction, but it's more of an interest too. You have to be interested
Yeah. Yeah.
regardless.
I feel you like that. Like certain things, you know what I'm saying? Like certain things, if the female does like my wife, if she, you know what I'm saying, if she goes out there and uh I don't know if she's knitting or something. I mean, in that way that's a little attractive to me because that's just something she do that's I don't do it, but you know what I'm saying, the fact that she might do it and she's good at it, you know what I'm saying, that might be like attraction to me, like wow, that's creative, you know what I'm saying, that's artistic in a way. Or she paints, and I don't know how to draw a lick, you know what I'm saying, like something
Mm-hmm.
like that, like as far as being opposite of me, and she can turn me on to different artists and stuff like that. Now that's when she can
Yeah,
like help me grow mentally, you know what I'm saying, like
yeah,
yeah, I think that's totally different. Like if she can help me grow mentally and help me, you know what I'm saying, widen my horizon and stuff like that, oh that's
yeah.
dope in a way. So I definitely feel y'all perspective on, you know what I'm saying. And my boy Aiden, he said she said him and his boo is completely opposite, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to my
Mm.
boy Aiden Chavez, man. You know what I'm saying? Him and his girl is completely opposite. And Brandy Yates was saying like she's half and half on the opposites attract part. So she's a little, you know what I'm saying, iffy on that. A little comment that I seen, Miss Pollard. I mean,
Miss
it's
Pollard on my shirt, man.
yeah, she on your shirt, but it's three guys on this show. You know what I'm saying? It's more than two brothers, but hey, I don't know which two brothers she talking about. But I'm just saying there's three brothers on this show. So, you know what I'm saying? It's all good though. uh, like I said, man, hey, y'all share the podcast, man. I got Staci Lewis, I got my boy Mike B on the show. We talking about the thoughts of men, we talking about the do opposites really attract. Um, you can share your comments in the little group thing and stuff like that. Or if you want to call, you could talk 409-233-0017. Um, man, let's go into dang, that's a good question. Let's go into like if you're unfinished project, should you allow yourself to be in a relationship? If you're unfinished, if you're, you know what I'm saying, if you still trying to find yourself, should you put yourself in a relationship, or should you just, you know what I'm saying, hey, if it's there, it's there, we gonna rock out, we go, what do y'all think about that?
Uh, if you can, you can. It depends on the person. You have to have, if you have confidence about yourself and you have some strength, if you can balance, put it like that.
Yeah.
You can try to, if you can balance, if you can get it, if you have a routine and you have an understanding, then you know, I feel that you can. It just depends, I guess.
Yeah, I think, you know what I'm saying? I think we're all unfinished projects no matter what. I don't think
Mm,
nobody's completely, you know what I'm saying, whole when it
mm.
comes to, you know, like a finished thing. I think we're constantly growing. I'm constantly growing. You know what I'm saying? I'm constantly like
Unknown caller.
hold on. I was trying to finish something, but I think we might have a caller.
Josh.
Hey,
To
call.
accept, press 1.
Hold
To
on.
send a voicemail, press.
Hey, caller.
Hello?
Hey, what's good? What's good, man? You on the Kickback Podcast show, man. I was giving a great point. You called, but it's all good. What you got?
Oh, my fault. My fault. What's good? Hope this Josh.
Josh, what's up, Josh?
Well, you basically know, yeah, you basically know me as O'Neal.
Yeah, for sure. What's good, my G?
What's good? I just wanted to, talk about that opposite of the track deal.
All right, what's up? What you got?
Basically, like I say, in my opinion, because everybody don't think the same, it's more of a, how you say, a yin and a yang. You want two different aspects of life, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, I put it like this here, I may be aggressive at a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
You want somebody that's, not aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Because two people being aggressive, you just got a whole bunch of BS going on. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm saying? You have really no clarity in a lot of things. But if you have someone who's more calm and sees things differently, then it kind of calms you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you speak biblically, like I said, I kind of agree with one and agree with both, because if you speak biblically, you want somebody that's kind of evenly yoked.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have two different kind of spiritualities in your home, because then it's kind of like a little battle or whatever. But you mainly want somebody that's kind of different than you, because the same thing sometimes gets boring. You know how you do the same thing over and over, it get kind of boring, don't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You want somebody, bring something different, that's, as I feel. Put it like this. When a man do something, he physically puts his hands on it.
Mm-hmm.
Say you building a car or building something. We going straight to the tools and we going at it. We going put our hands on it. But see, a woman, she gonna pick up the instruction manual.
Mm-hmm.
She gonna read it. She gonna look at all the fine print. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She's not gonna leave a nut out or bolt out or whatever you want to, what you may have you or whatever. She gonna see a different aspect from what you see. You know what I'm saying? That's where I feel as though the opposite track falls in place, because you, like I say, you want somebody that looks at things different than you do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, you may not be a person that go out and club, but what if you do have somebody to go out and club? You may be boring, really. You don't want somebody that's boring with you. You want somebody that's gonna bring you out the house, get you out the house.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like
no
Buddy say. Like old Buddy say, he don't like to really travel, like talking about. Hey, but when you get somebody that do travel, she gonna bring you to places, you know what I'm saying, that you probably ain't never been before, and you enjoy it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And just think about it. You never had that person. You'll still be stuck under the roof under the house, and I say, you old Beaumont. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely feel what you're saying.
So, I mean, I can agree and disagree. It depends on what the situation and what you want out of the other person. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I say, it's a yin and a yang. But you also want somebody that's evenly yoked. You don't want nobody that thinks the same way as you do. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, you get bored, especially on politics and things like that. I like debate. You know what I'm saying? I don't like arguing, but I like debate. I don't want you to agree with everything I agree with. I want to be able to, you know what I'm saying, speak my mind, hear your point of view, and we come together, weigh everything out.
Yeah, you know, no doubt, man. So, hey, Josh, man, I appreciate you calling, man. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy, man. I'm gonna hit you up later, man. It's good hearing from you.
Square Bridge, appreciate it.
All right, 100. Yeah, man. I liked what he said, man. What he said was, I mean, he right. You know, you kind of, you know what I'm saying? And like he said, with the Bible say you want somebody equally yoked, but, you know, also, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people been dropping great points and stuff like that. So, but, back to the topic, man. We was talking about, uh, where is it at? Where is it at? On the unfinished project. If you're an unfinished project, so you allow yourself to be in a relationship. If you're broken, do you still go out there and if you see somebody, and do you still try to date even though you're broken, you're unfinished, you're still trying to find yourself and stuff like that? What y'all think, man? What's up with that? Y'all know what I was gonna say before I got, before he called and stuff.
What's
I
that? What's that,
I
Floyd?
I say, man, we all unfinished, no matter what. We still
Yeah,
growing, you
that
know
is
what I'm
great.
saying, mentally, and you know what I'm saying, and all that. So, like I said, with me and my wife, I'm unfinished. She's still, I still got a lot of growing to do. I still check myself on certain things, so, I don't think I'm 100%, uh who I truly want to be, you know what I'm saying? I'm growing to get to that person, but I think we're forever growing as we live long on this earth. So I think as far as being an unfinished finished project, I think, if you've been out there and you got your heart broken or whatever, and you still trying to find yourself, I think if you get with that person, I think that person probably that might be the piece you missing. That person might can help you motivate and push you over to what you needed. You might be wanting to go back to school, and you might been, you know what I'm saying, just along the fence, and you find a person, and she might motivate you and have you doing all kind of things to, you know what I'm saying, to better yourself. So I think you shouldn't pass up an opportunity, because everybody's still growing and trying to better themselves. So that's just what I think on that unfinished project. You know what I'm saying? So, what you think, Stacy?
You mentioned something, and there's a difference between unfinished and broken. Uh, because when you broken, I would not recommend that you try to get into a relationship.
Mm.
'Cause what you're gonna do is you're gonna cast out your brokenness onto someone else, and uh, you can break them. So we've heard a cliche before. Hurt people. You
Yeah.
know, in terms of being unfinished, there's always things we can always do better, right? We're
Mm-hmm.
constantly working to become a better version of ourselves. You doing it, I'm doing it, Mike B doing it. So there's, unfinished. We definitely always have things we can work on. I mean, some things right now I know that I can just do better at, and some things that I know I can do better at, but I need or I could use someone to kind of give me that edge to push me just a little bit further to do that, right? But in terms if I was broken, I came out of a relationship that I'm toxic. Now I became a cancer of my relationship, and to transfer my cancer onto someone else, or to display or give them my outrage of emotions, or completely shut down and then go into another relationship, and that's actually selfish.
Mm.
So I think the most selfless thing you could do in an event of brokenness is make sure that you are properly healed, seeking resources, talking to people that can actually help you rather
Mm-hmm.
than giving you advice that is toxic. Because you're vulnerable, you're wide open in those regards.
You
So
think, not to cut you off, but you think if you start talking to somebody and you get in a relationship, you think you could tell that person's still broken and they still going through things? Um,
yeah, most definitely,
Mm.
most
I mean,
definitely.
yeah, because I think when you're talking to somebody, and this was before I got with my wife. Like I met a female like way back in the days and stuff, and every time we had a conversation, she used to talk about her last relationship.
Unknown caller.
Yeah, dang, man. Every time I try to speak on something, but it's all good, man.
To accept, press 1.
Yo, caller,
What's going on,
what what's going on? Who we got here?
man? This Mr. Chance to go hard, man. What's happening? Hey, brother, hey, I'm living the podcast, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I seen you on here, my G. What's good with you?
Man, nothing much, man. Nothing much. Same old thing, brother. I
So,
see you brothers talking about a good topic, yeah, man.
okay, what you got to say on that?
man, this is what it is. I don't think no man or no woman should put him or herself in the position to be, uh, dating while they're broke. And I mean, it just don't come about too many problems. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Have
It
you
don't come about too many problems.
have you dated a female that was broken and you had to let her go?
Oh man, brother, man, I'm gonna say the majority of these women, man, are broken, man. And when they get into a relationship,
You
it's like they dishing out they brokenness on you. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, they kind of ties you down. You know what I'm saying? As a man, because you dealing with things that you have to deal with for yourself, and then here it is, you got her on the other hand.
you
You know
said
what I'm
you
saying?
said
With the problem,
majority. You said
man, the
majority of the
majority,
women
bro,
are broken.
the majority, bro, the majority, man. And I stand on it. I stand on it. The reason being is because a lot of women have been in relationships. They've been hurt, they've been beaten, they've been. I mean, it's all kind of stuff that go on. You know what I'm saying? Baby daddy left them. You know what I'm saying? Baby daddy had kids with another woman, and you know, it takes longer for a woman to heal than a man. In my, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What
So when a man is, I solely think a man should stay on his country. You know what I'm saying? Focus on him, and then when he's at that level to where he wanna be, then he should consider dating. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Facts.
Because otherwise, if a man is on and not where he wanna be, he's a burden on that woman. You know what I
Facts.
mean? And then at the same time, if they both broke, and then what you gonna get? What you gonna get? Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. But you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to be equally yoked. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everything has to match, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Facts though.
and for me, it's yeah. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's just me. I've been in a situation. You know what I'm saying? I've been in a lot of situations where I wasn't really at where I wanted to be at. You know what I'm saying? And here I am thinking, I can get in a relationship with a female. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work. It's not gonna work, man. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? Now, in Florida, your situation is different. I don't know when you met your old lady. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all high school sweetheart
Yeah.
or none of that. But you know what I'm saying? If you was in a relationship with your woman for that long of a period, then y'all pretty much know each other. Y'all on the same, pretty much on the same scale, and it's a balance. Because if it wasn't a balance, y'all wouldn't be where y'all is today.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Facts though, man.
Man, yeah, brother. Hey, so I don't think it'll work. You know what I'm saying? You just finish the main thing is focus on yourself until you can be able to get
Yeah.
where you want to be and be comfortable. You know what I mean? And find somebody that has the same qualities, you know, that you see in yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Facts, man. Hey, Mr. Chauncey, go hard. I appreciate you calling, man. You know what I'm saying, and giving your insight, man. You inboxed me a
Yeah.
few, you inboxed me a few times, man. I'm still waiting on that info you was gonna drop on me.
Hey man, she didn't really feel like, talking about the Mill Oak situation, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? But I I got her in the inbox, man. I'm gonna try to shoot at her again to see if she'd like to come on the show, man, and I'll give you heads up on that, brother.
That's a bet, man. Like I said, I appreciate you calling in, my brother, and supporting the show.
Man, most definitely, man.
Bet.
All right, homie.
All right. Yeah, man, that's my boy, man, Mr. Chauncey. Go hard, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate him calling and his insight and stuff like that. But yeah, we was talking about if you're an unfinished project, so you allow yourself to be in a relationship. Might be, I don't know if you chimed in on that, but you got anything to say on that before we jump off of that?
Yeah, man, we could probably go all day, but what's broken, you know? And then I'm listening to him, Mr. Chauncey, and
Unknown caller.
I hit a
Yeah.
valid point. Oh, go ahead.
Nah. I just want to say, man, I appreciate all the brothers that's calling in on the
Yes,
show on the thoughts of men. Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Do we have a caller? Maybe I hung that caller up. Oh, hold on. My bad, caller. Hey, caller.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay, my bad. My apologies. What's good with you?
You're good.
What's good? Who we got here on the kickback?
This is Tig.
Who? Oh, I can hear
This
you.
is Tig.
Oh, okay. Hey, you got to cut your background or something. You can echo in or
I'm
something.
moving. I'm moving away.
Okay. All right. Cool. What's up? What you got to say?
Okay, so I'm calling about the last caller.
The
Just
last call.
commenting on him.
Oh, damn. You know who the last caller was?
No. Just commenting on what he said.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought you were saying, damn, it's getting spicy.
No.
All right. Go
He was
ahead.
saying, he was saying broke people shouldn't be with broke people. I do agree with that to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like um, it all amounts to how much you really love yourself and what you went through in the past. A lot of times our past, we do use it for our next relationship, which isn't right.
Mm.
Meaning we do need to fix that part of us. Meaning that we can't bring that into another relationship. But I don't think that we should stop ourselves from dating or the possibility of being with someone because that person may be the one to help us get out of that brokenness.
You think it's
But
hard?
you do have to love yourself before.
You think that's hard not to bring that into the new relationship? You going off experience and past and
I do think it is hard just just from my previous relationships, and it really hasn't been many, but from my previous relationships, I try not to bring that into my new relationship. I try not to, or into a new relationship. I try not to let that negativity come into my new relationship because then it's gonna turn my new relationship is gonna turn into my past relationship, and that's not what I want. I want my new relationship to be my only relationship. If I'm dating with a purpose. My purpose is to be with that person, not to bring old habits into a new relationship. So in the relationship now, because before I couldn't communicate, but now I can communicate. Now I'm more open. I will I will express how I'm feeling. I'll express if you said something or did something that was not appealing or it didn't make me feel good. But before, because men, I'm not saying all men, but
okay.
men, what men do to women when they cheat, when they lie, when they, you know, just do all these different things and then expect us to continue to be with them and we can't do the same thing to them.
Yeah.
Like, so we bring that into the new relationship because we don't want to get hurt again. And I'm not saying that women don't do it because women have done it. I've seen women do it.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why hurt people is because they were hurt in the past and they never got over it. But we do need counseling. As a people, we definitely need counseling. I am strong, heavy on counseling
I believe in
because we
counseling.
need
Yeah,
it.
for sure. I believe in counseling and therapy. I have therapists on here all the time. And sometimes when I have them on here, I ask them questions pertaining to me so I could get, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I definitely feel you. If y'all do need a therapist, holler at me. I know a few good therapists. I know a lot of good therapists if y'all want to talk to them. So just holler at me if y'all need that. Just tap in my inbox. But man, I appreciate you calling. You know what I'm saying? Giving you insight. You had a very great perspective on things and stuff like that. And I want to thank you for calling.
No problem.
All right.
All right.
Yo, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we had a female dial in, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't want it to be one bias, but I do appreciate the men that's been calling in on the show for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Giving their insight and stuff like that. But Mike B, I think you got cut off when you was getting your opinion. I don't know if
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's just I was gonna say similar the same thing, but
hmm,
so much of what's broken
hmm.
when They keep saying broken. I keep
Mm-hmm.
hearing toxic. 2022 and 21, it's a new word. It's toxic.
Toxic, yeah,
Everybody.
toxicity.
I hear, we used to be independent. We
Yeah.
all born by ourselves, so we independent. I think it's not really a think. I see a lot of when somebody, myself, I can tell you, when you see a reflection or you see something in somebody or you feel a certain way about somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and once you don't get the same routine or the same feeling, it's necessarily, it's both parties because a lot of people are blaming each other. So I'm listening to the guys saying a lot of women are. I don't feel like a lot of women are.
It's accountability.
Yeah, it's accountability. I don't feel like a lot of men cheat because men don't cheat. Women don't cheat. It's a reason behind it.
You think that?
It's
Yeah,
some
you
people
think?
get off.
Okay.
Yeah, some people get off on it. Some people want
Okay.
to just cry, and then some people have that spirit that's just that's not any good. So it's
Yeah.
bro.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. So I don't really feel that everybody's broken. You just really have to, honestly, my opinion, keep some confidence
Mm-hmm.
and figure out. You need to always know who you are. Look in the mirror, and know who you are. Everybody's gonna go through something. A lot of people hide it, so we don't call them fake, but that's what people go through. So when they get to a new relationship, it's not fake. It's just that they never revealed themselves. They never spoke
Mm.
on it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're not really broken. They just haven't let themselves. So a lot of people need to become their self instead of faking. And then they get with somebody and try to create a new image.
Mm-hmm.
Then when that image falls, guess what? It's an argument. They don't believe in you. You see what I'm saying? Now it seems like they're broken or they're messed up or. But that's just
Well,
my opinion,
might
bro.
be you might get a lot. You might get a little slack from that. Men don't cheat. They already, they already
Well, a
jumping
lot
on
of they think we all do, but I can say, I see
it.
men,
I'm just saying they go. They might,
we
everybody, people come back and they watch the show and they be like, hold on, he say women don't, man don't eat and
yeah,
all that. Look,
because I've probably seen this. Man, we can go back to the early '90s, man. I've seen some
mm,
stuff, man. Some guys and women. So a lot of women. There's a lot of men that's solid. There's a lot of women that's solid. You know,
true, 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 for
uh,
sure, for sure.
but I just don't think so many people are toxic. That means everybody's toxic because everybody gets upset. So you're gonna get upset. When I say upset, you don't necessarily have to show anger and physical abuse.
Hmm.
But if you get mad because the door is open at the house, flies flying in, and you give the wife or
Yeah.
who you give them that look, you're not mad if messed up. You just trying to set your point, set your tone. You see what I'm saying?
For
That
sure,
goes
for sure.
back and communication too. So
Um, also, what I'm saying, let me take a brief moment and Staci Lewis, what inspired the shirt you got on, my brother? I see you got on um some women on that shirt that I respect a lot on that. So what inspired your shirt, my brother?
Hey, because we have, I mean, if anybody hasn't been watching, this is the most historic period for Black women history in Southeast Texas and Beaumont. So,
mm,
I mean, the shirt is not for sale. So, I mean, you can replicate it. But I just wanted everybody to know her story from Zenobia Bush, Dr. Allen,
Hmm.
Constable Pollard, Ava Graves, Zena Stevens, Robin Mouton, Georgine Guillory, and Judge Doyle.
Yeah, I
So
think
shout
that's
out to
dope.
you as one of those female pioneers. I appreciate you for everything y'all do.
I think that's very respectable. I think that's thoughtful, to support them like that, and what I'm saying, to honor them. I think that's very dope. Who made that shirt? Did you make it?
Now, so my sister, Brianna Lewis, shout
Okay.
out.
Okay, so hit up Stacey Lewis' sister, you know what I'm saying, and
mm,
she can replicate that that shirt for you and stuff like that. Uh, shout out to my boy John Cannon. He just enjoyed that moment. Just enjoy that moment. Then you can see where the relationship is going. That's true. I like what the female said. You know what I'm saying. She's dating for a purpose. I think when we're younger, what I'm saying, they don't tend to date for a purpose and stuff like. But I think like when we get a little, I think I'm getting off on that. I'm
No,
it's creating a.
no,
I'm
no, no.
cre-
but it's
Hey,
true. But it's,
pause, rewind. Okay, we all date for a purpose.
mm,
We all
It
date
just
for a purpose.
depends on that purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the purpose may not be fully agreeable. The expectation may not fully be there, right?
Yeah.
One person may have thought like, "Oh, we were going into something serious."
Mm-hmm.
Another person was thinking like, "Nah, this is just for pleasure or for
This was
fun.
just the
This is
divide, and this
for
is
a
just
period of
conquer.
time."
I'm trying to
But
conquer
we
that.
all date for a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
True. We all date for a purpose, but I think what she was talking about on that purpose was like, you know what I'm saying, something significant, something that's you could grow and build with, you know what I'm saying, something that can develop into something longevity.
But you can't fall into your own trap that you set. You
Mm.
can't you can't want and desire a relationship so much or so bad that you feel that you're gonna fix or change or go through a
Yeah.
phase with an individual. This is one thing I would say wholeheartedly about men. The man that you meet him as he is right now, that's the man he's going to be. No one's gonna change a man but a situation and that man.
Mm.
Never anybody else.
But
Mm.
Always gonna be a situation is always gonna be that man.
the
You're
man
not
that you meet at 22, he's not gonna be the same man at 32 though. So
no
he's gonna change.
he will but he will change on his own.
Mm.
No one can ever come in and think like, oh, I'm going to change this man. A man's willpower is completely different than what a woman. A
Mm.
woman, and I would say black women are the strongest women and strongest people in the world, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Because no matter
I
what the
agree with you.
situation is, they're gonna make it happen. But as far as a man has to always be inspired or motivated by something in order
Mm-hmm.
to change, right?
Okay. I don't disagree with that. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Okay, so hey, let's get to another topic, man.
Oh,
Uh man, do you think guys who are successful are able to get women to submit easier? You think that? Because I'm a good 70% on that. That I think that men are successful. I think women is. I think they could.
Nah,
I think they gonna go with it, man.
nah.
You don't think so, Mike B?
It's just making it easier for him because I've hit bottom and had good days and had good months and had good years. And when I say that, that part of the success, that's a different caliber of woman. And then you have two types. You might have a woman like that's going for that. Then you might have a woman that's already in that area, in that bracket that you happen to meet. So if I let's say if I separate myself
Mm-hmm.
from the local neighborhood shopping store, and I just get to local. But if I go to a higher standard where they shop in clothes, you can only have this, and this, blase, blase, because of my not my character, but my financial state and
Mm-hmm.
or Sam's Club. You go to Sam's Club, for instance, make it easy. You pay a membership to go in Sam's. You're gonna see different caliber women, but you might see something that you've seen already. But I'm getting at you'll see another type of woman versus you go in Super HEB, versus you go to Lucky 7, versus you go to Market Basket. So what I'm saying is to say it's a different type of woman as far as you making a certain amount or if you become
Yeah.
more successful. You can get a normal woman, somebody that never had anything, and you can help her grow and become successful.
I feel what you're saying on if the female is successful herself,
Yeah.
then it can be a little bit of a factor in that. But as far as if the man being successful and the female not successful, then is she gonna submit because hey, this man is that's stability right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to uh, be
I've seen a lot,
comfortable and have him provide and protect. So I'm gonna submit to this man.
I've seen a few leave, a lot of them leave. I've,
The,
I've,
the
I've,
female.
yeah, the female, my fault. Not
Yeah.
the male, not the male, the female. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've seen them leave, bro. I've seen it to where man making solid money, good money.
Hmm.
I mean, I can name a bunch, but it's just they were probably amazed or big eyed in the beginning,
Hmm.
and then after they realize it's just money, it's just some women are just strong enough they leave. It's not about money. It's not about their success anymore. They sort of want their success, or they feel empty. You know, I've seen it, I've heard it, I talk to women daily, And when I say daily, you run into different people and they have different expressions and they have different assumptions. So half the time a man can get a woman, but if she's strong enough, she won't just settle just because he has top line success. Just honest.
For sure.
If he, if he is rock bottom, what do you think's next? You know?
Yeah. Do you think if a man is not successful and struggling, he could get the woman to submit though?
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
but can we be real though? I mean, for one, money is a contingency, right? I mean, we just watched a global pandemic just happen, right? And we
Mm,
just watched some people who were just making money
mm,
like it was nobody's business, and they found themselves on a high, then going all the way to a low. Um, if the contingency is money, then I just think that's a trash analogy because money is low hanging fruit. All you need is the right opportunity, right?
Yeah,
And
but not to cut you off, Stacy, but I posted a stat. I didn't post it on my page. I posted it on my podcast page, like the percentage of, you know what I'm saying, it was a pie, and it was like the divorce rate, and money financially, finances was up there. It was like the top three. You know what
mm,
I'm saying? It was like, it was
but
up there.
there's more to it though, right? It's not based upon person making or not making money. That's based on finances in terms of spending, allocation, withholding. There's a lot more to unpack on that one. So like if you and your wife you choosing to have a joint bank account,
Hmm.
whatever you do, and then she finds out, man, you got a whole nother stash over here to the side, right? Or you find out she
Hmm.
has a whole nother stash over here to the side, or you find out your lady just went through the Dills credit card, the Macy's credit card, buying this. What is it? Sheen. That's what they into
The
right now.
sheen
So
popping.
right, all those different things. So when we get to finances, those are the undercover cheating. I would say where we're not being financial stewards. We're not communicating about where the money's going. Hey, I just had a deposit. How come we in the negative already? Like those particular things. So when we talk about the finances, it's a little bit more about that. But if if I gotta have money for my woman to submit, or I don't want her. I don't want her. I think the best analogy of I've seen a woman holding it down for a man is I seen a homeless guy in Houston. Him, his child, and his wife. His wife was out there holding the sign with him.
Hmm.
She could have been with any other man that was in there throwing money to them, to their family, right? Could have been like, man, what you doing with this loser right here? He can't even hold it down for you, right?
Hmm.
But she chose to stay with him. So I've never seen anything stronger than that. And she was a black woman, right?
Yeah.
She wasn't talking about hair, nails, and getting everything done, or talking about me and mine and got my kid out here looking crazy in the streets of Houston. Like she didn't mention none of that. He holding the sign, she holding the sign. He trying to hustle us some money, she trying to hustle us some money. And I think whenever they get out of that, right, that their relationship gonna be strong. They can endure anything because her submission is not based upon how much money he has or don't have.
You think when I think you think and I'm speaking for the females. I can't technically speak for y'all females, but you think like a female, I mean, regardless, she's always gonna have that option to date somebody that is more financially uh stable than you.
mm,
And I hear what you're saying as far as it's just the connection and what y'all went through, and it made it stronger. So I see what you're saying as far as like that, the lady holding the sign with her husband. I don't know their situation. They probably could have been high school sweethearts and had a lot of money, and he lost his job, and she stayed with him, and you know what I'm saying, and be like, "Hey, we go get we go make it, and we go." You know what I'm saying? So she could have been like that. Let me speak on like with me and my wife. We first started off at Timberlake. I happened to pass by Timberlake Apartments today, and I just think about where we came from. So we came from Timberlake Apartments, and I'm just thinking like back in the days, she was fine. She could have met somebody who was more stable than me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was still trying to find myself. I'm just speaking on your point. I'm just agreeing on your point, Stacy. But I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't financially able to, you know what I'm saying, to like pay all the bills and do all that. So, I started from the bottom to get where I'm at right now. So, yeah, as far as financial stability, I wouldn't want a woman to submit because, I made all these finances and stuff like that. So she's gonna submit. No, and I'm just speaking, what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be like a Monday morning quarterback when I say this, but I want her to submit because of, what I'm saying, the personality and the mentality and the leadership that I have shown to make her feel comfortable. Be like, okay, this man right here, he's trying to provide for me, he's protecting me, and he's checking all these boxes and balances. So let me submit to this man because he's doing all these things that satisfies me mentally, and financially, or whatever the case may be. So as far as guys who are successful now, when I speak on this part, you have some females that see that a guy is making money, he's doing his thing, and they see stability and they see comfortability, and they be like, "Oh man, I've been struggling. This dude right here is doing his thing. Let me submit. Let me let me hold it down." Go
Or
ahead.
Floyd, not do they call them? That's I think I've heard lames. Do they call them lames? Because some women have. I'm not saying it like that. They might look at it as a lame, or it might be like somebody they can,
Get
uh,
over.
yeah, come up on. I mean, guys do it too. I'm just
You have
giving
those instances.
common version. You know, so I mean, sometimes they see that and they put up with it for so long. He might be. I'm gonna be honest. He might be ugly as hey. You know, I ain't know this, but
Yeah,
gonna ride it out like you say. They're gonna ride.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So
Stace, what's up, man?
I mean, I'm just, hey, I mean, because this is it's so funny, and I'm glad we unpacking this, right? But
Mm.
again, like I said, we know money is low hanging fruit,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end of the day, even when we talk about money, I mean, let's just be real. A man who has a lot of money does not have a lot of time.
hmm,
So
hmm,
someone who has to ask themselves there, right? If I believe if you're a woman who wants time, right, want quality time with your man, you can already earmark that he's not going to have a lot of money because he's not going to be able to give you that. And if you want quality time, then you're able to. It should be easier to submit to a man who, if he does have quality time, that he allocates more of that to you,
hmm.
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, one feeds the next. So if we're not, if we don't already understand what we need, right, and then understand what that person is willing to go leaps and bounds above to make sure that he provides that for you, right? There's some women who does like, hey, their number one need is financial security, and nothing is wrong with that, right? But they
Mm-hmm.
also, you can't have financial security and then ask for other things when a man can't allocate that towards you, right? And I think submissiveness should be that a woman subscribe, just like a plan, to whatever this man is willing to offer. That should be what submissiveness should happen. What it should really look like, right? If I can't allocate time, but I care to know about how your day is going. I care to know about your love language. I care to know what are your favorite things in this life, right? When I can't be there, right? With you physically, I care to be there with you emotionally. I care to pray over you and be there with you spiritually, right?
Hmm.
I care to aid you in whatever it needs to be. Man, sit on the phone and just listen and just don't say a word to you, right? Because all you wanted was the opportunity to vent, right? These are some of the traits for my ideal woman that would say, okay, well, I'll submit to Stacey because even though he can't do this in the flesh for me, he covers all these other things for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some, and then some women can lay it out and they can say what they love language is. The ones who I came across is acts of service,
Hmm.
meaning that man, yeah, they will to submit to someone who decides, hey, look, I don't need your money, but can you go bust some suds for me? I just cut this plate right here, right? You ate good, I ate good, but I got 1,001 other things to do. Hey yo, yeah, baby, I got you. Don't worry about it,
Yeah,
right?
I think a lot of guys, what we fail to realize is the small things actually matter a lot
Hmm.
to the female. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, busting those suds. You see your lady out there, she cooked the meal. She probably just came from home from work and she cooked the meal. then yeah, man, be thoughtful. Go brush those dishes, man. Go fill that gas tank up for her. So what I'm saying, it's just the small things that a lot of females that are missing out on that, saying us guys we overlook because we think it's small. And I like what you said about, what I'm saying, the financial stability. So if a man out there is providing financial stability, and if that's what you want, then those small details that man probably cannot provide for you because he's out there doing the financial things that to have you go to the mall or have you go out to eat with your friends and be comfortable like that. So those small things, what I'm saying, you're gonna have to take the, what I'm saying, what do you want? Do you want that financial stability, or do you want that man to pay attention to the small details that probably matter a lot to you? So I mean, it's kind of hard to get the best of both worlds, what I'm saying, from that man, because what I'm saying, you're gonna have to pick and choose. But like you said, as far as the financial stability, what I'm saying, that man, he can't be there and provide those small details for you. You know what I'm saying? If you cook that dinner, he probably have to eat that dinner and go to work, you know what I'm saying, or take that nap and then wake up and go to work. So he can't provide that for you.
But Floyd, I would just want to add just one more comment to that. But I would just say, as men, right, it's incumbent on us to ask the questions of how can we help serve our own women, right? Right.
communication.
Because I heard a few of the previous podcasts, and some of the
Hmm.
things that
Yeah.
I would say somebody said was self-serving. It was self-serving to your own ego, where you
Mm.
feel like you're doing something. And I feel victim of this, right?
Hmm.
Where you feel like you're doing something that, yeah, this should make you happy. I should be getting an attaboy. I should be,
Hmm.
you should be praising me because I'm doing.
Yeah.
But you, the whole time, you missing this whole woman, right? You
Hmm.
doing something that feeds your ego, but she is like, hey, I need this, and you're doing this because this is what you think, and you never even asked or considered me. And I think as men, I mean, that's what we should definitely do better at.
Yeah, no doubt. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Yo, everybody comment. It's not gonna be posted, but I appreciate it because we moving real quick, you know what I'm saying? Uh Look, Stacy, what you was chiming in on, you know what I'm saying? Let's piggyback on this. How can men become great leaders in a relationship? Mike B, how do you think men can become great leaders in a relationship? How do you think, man? Because a lot of females seeing men out there and they don't want to be no crash dummy. They don't want to sit on that passenger side and see their homeboy driving off a cliff. So what do
Yeah.
you?
Well, it falls back. I mean, society has really, no disrespect, but you know, society has made a lot of guys. They still don't have it. I see a lot of them. It's nothing harmful, but they a lot of weakness. And when I say
Mhm,
weakness, it doesn't mean you have to cry, yell, upset. Just don't step up and try. You know, when and put it to you like this, it goes back to characteristics and confidence. If you have confidence, you pretty much can conquer, or you can, go against anything. So when I say that, when you're dealing with a female, a woman, and I'm not a professional, so I'm just giving you the clarity of how I see it. It's pretty much you. How can I put it? You you step up, you show effort, and you try to not necessarily beat her to it, but offer, like Stacey said, your services. Go ahead and try to baby, you've been working, you've been da da da, this and this. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this. She might ask, she might not. But I feel that society has weakened a lot of men. It's softened. I see a lot of guys dancing, showing pictures, doing a lot of stuff that women do, staying in the house more. I don't even see guys, just playing on the courts, just playing basketball. Rogers Park. Y'all don't even see you know, years ago, you'll see a lot of men get off work and have, just those fundamentals. And now it's kind of pretty much a lot of women are taking charge because it's being allowed. It's being allowed. So a man has to step up, showing that leadership. Yeah, you got to step up, and it doesn't necessarily. It's not bills. It's not
mhm,
always. It's not finances.
mm,
That's material. You die tomorrow, and a woman's by herself. She's going to have to do that on her own. That's just
yeah,
common sense. That's that independent I was talking about. You're born by yourself. You're looking for somebody that can, when you're sick, they can go ahead and show the strength of taking care of the kids, picking them up. They might, if you're sick, the man might come in and clean the house and take care of the house without wearing an apron. You see what I'm saying? He's in there stepping up, showing his strength. If that makes sense. He might be getting the kids on a routine, even though he's messing up combing, his little girl's hair. He might give her a routine, showing her that, hey, I'm trying. I'm giving you some relaxed time, or you don't have to worry as much. If that makes any sense to him.
Yeah. Okay, Tiffany P. Yes, Mike B. She said, yes, Mike B. You're right. Shout out to my girl Tiffany P. Man, Stacey, what do you think? How do you think men
Man,
can become
I want to hear what
great? You want to hear what?
I want to hear.
Yeah.
Yo, I think men can become great leaders by, what I'm saying, sacrificing. You make
Mm,
sacrifices to better yourself.
mm,
When you understand yourself, when you want to, let me put it like this. I didn't, I think I'm a great leader right now, but I didn't become a great leader too. I wanted to better myself. When I bettered myself, then I was able to better the situation. I was able to, what I'm saying, take care of my wife mentally, financially, all kind of ways, man. I just took care of myself first. I understand who I was. I sacrificed for my family. Um, I did a lot of things, man. You know what I'm saying? I chose them over certain situations, man. It's a lot of things that I seen a lot of homies done to, what I'm saying, for selfish reasons. And I'm
mm,
not a selfish person, and I always thought family first. You know what I'm saying? I always thought, what I'm saying, that's what made me stronger. You know what I'm saying? Being able to provide, being able to give my family things, and that just made me comfort. Seeing them happy, seeing them comfortable, being able to provide, that just made me a great leader. And I just put them first. You know what I'm saying? And I put them first by being able to satisfy uh and better myself. And I think when you understand yourself, and uh let me say this, I know a lot of guys, they're more loyal to their homeboys than they are to their women. You know what I'm saying? They're out there, they're more dedicated to hanging out with the homeboys and doing all these type of things than, building and growing with their woman, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think it just took sacrifices. And I'm just gonna go on my dad. Mike B, my dad.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And I said this on previous
Why you
podcast
gonna say
shows.
like maybe you know my dad? I know your dad.
That,
Okay,
that,
my bad, my bad. But Mike B,
yeah.
I've been knowing Mike B since I was like 8. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going back on that.
He,
And
he,
we had a conversation today, and he asked about my dad. So
he
I
talking
just
about,
said,
he's
Dad
saying
is
his
mama.
dad, but he's not
uh,
talking about the Hope twins. That was
yeah, what I'm saying, we had this conversation like a couple hours ago. He asked about my
yeah,
old man. So, but
yeah.
I just seen my old man, and he sacrificed for us, man. We had a great childhood because my old man sacrificed, and he was gone, and he was working, and he'll come home, and he still dedicated his time to being, what I'm saying, to teaching us how to hit a ball and catch and all these type of things and going to practice. And he satisfied his, what I'm saying, his time that he probably had to chill, to, what I'm saying, to for us and stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
I just, I just seen what my dad did, and what he provided to the family, and which was sacrifice. And I think that a lot of men are scared to sacrifice, what I'm saying, some things to, what I'm saying, become a great leader. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I think they're scared. Yeah, I think a lot of black men out there are scared to sacrifice some things, and they're scared of their homeboys might say some certain things to be like, dang, you don't even hang with us no more, man. You all with your girl now, man. You used to come chill with us at the, what I'm saying, in such and such house or whatever, and you don't even come around no more. What's good with that? You know what I'm saying? So I think that, it's many ways to become a great leader, but in my instance, man, I had to take care of me first, and what Stacey said, what I'm saying, a female can't really change a man really has to change himself. And I seen situations, what I'm saying, I was like, damn, I can't do these certain things to unless I make a change. You know what I'm saying? And I made that change. And so, it's still some things I'm doing, and I'm still making those changes. So, what I'm saying, that's how I became a great leader. So what you think, Stacey? Because I was rambling on and stuff. So
Man, this is probably the most difficult question, right? Because
mm-hmm.
I think, we got first to look at our current society, right? And we got to say, in terms of men, we see like male leadership in different regards. So you
Mm-hmm.
grow up, you had your dad around you, even had uncles and
Yeah, that's a blessing.
whatever. I mean, you had more of a village.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say for like young men, we'll see leadership at school, right? And that kind of leadership would tell you, um, you know, keep your pants up, working
Mm.
on your speech,
Yep.
doing, being respectful to people. But we don't see leadership in the household.
Mm.
Because even if you just took a snapshot, we know the divorce rate, but you got to make it to divorce, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that is 50%. And then, so if we just took an analysis of what Beaumont looks like, we're probably anywhere between 60 to 70%, of single parent, and single parent being woman. So
Mm-hmm.
you never seen mom being loved correctly. So you never seen male leadership in the house,
True.
because a bunch of young men don't live with their dad.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So lead, leadership is usually viewed, and that's why, I would say black men, we're good on the job because we see leadership. We seen somebody who's been here 10, 15, 20 years, and then we learn and we model off the things that they do, and then we excel at our job. That's why we work very well. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but in terms of leadership, in terms of the family, man, it's difficult because there's different types of leadership.
Yeah.
Uh, Will Smith wrote in his last book, and he said that him and Jada, they said, okay, write down your priorities in terms of family. So Jada put down number one, and then she put the kids. Number two, she put Will, and then number three, she put Jada.
Mm.
And then Will, can you guess what Will put?
Where will put?
Not
No,
Jada.
just give me a quick little guess, man. We
Not
ain't gonna.
Jada.
You said Jada,
Not Jada, right?
not Jada.
Will put himself.
Will put himself,
Cool.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Cool.
But look, before y'all come for him, look, it made so much sense because Will said, if I don't take care of me, then there's nothing
Facts.
that no one else in his family can do.
Hmm.
So when we talk about being selfless, want to put the wife first, right? And then want
Mm-hmm.
to put the children second, and then
Yeah.
yourself. And it's like, man, as far as leadership, I can't tell another man how to lead his family, right? But the
Mm-hmm.
only thing I can say is that for a man to be a good leader, is subscribe to a plan and stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, be a man of your word, keep your promises, honor your family. Other
Yeah.
than that, it's real tough because if you don't go take care of yourself and go to the doctor, man, then what good are you for your wife and your daughter? You
Yeah.
know,
True.
True.
and
Yeah.
if you the breadwinner, then you may have to be selfish, but being selfless by making sure you put yourself first. So
Mm-hmm.
there's just different ways to look at it. So I'm just giving a different perspective.
Hmm.
Me personally, I you know I think moving into another relationship, I thought about putting, at first I used to put, it was my wife first. Gotta put it first. Gotta put it first. Gotta
Mm-hmm.
put it first. Gotta put the kids above myself. And then I was hurting me, and I was never any good to them. Looking forward is, I know I gotta take care of everything that God set out for me to do. You know, but everything else that I can give and I will give, I'm going to sacrifice those things to make sure that my wife gets what she needs out of me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just different ways to look at
Yeah,
it.
it's different race, but I like how you chimed in on like as far as like and my boy Chauncey Go Hard. He said that they're not scared, they just wasn't taught, and that's like the single parent household. And I want to like chime in on as far as accountability on black men. You know what I'm saying? If we
Yeah.
have sons out there, man, I think it's our duty to try to teach them to become good leaders, man, because you're just repeating the cycle and stuff like that. And like he said, they haven't been taught. So I take it as a blessing as far as my dad was there, you know what I'm saying, and I was able to watch and see, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, and the things he done. I'm very blessed and I'm very thankful for that, and a lot of my homeboys, they wasn't, you know what I'm saying, they didn't have that opportunity and stuff like that. And I think as far as black men, I think that, and for us the ones that didn't have that opportunity, I think if you have a son out there, man, to break that curse and to break that cycle, man, you need to go out there, you need to provide leadership to your son, man. And to be honest with you, it's a lot of it's a lot of people was complaining about people fighting it, in these schools and stuff like that. And a lot of these kids out there, and it might have been It might have been, young teen boys and young teen females, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys out there, these teen kids out there, man, a lot of y'all sons out there are fighting because, you know what I'm saying, you're not showing that leadership in their life, man.
Mhm.
And y'all blaming the school district. I know I'm getting off of topic and stuff like that, but y'all blaming the school district. But a lot of us black men, we need to step up and we need to be accountable for our sons and stuff like that. Because look, if I was out there wilding in school, you know what I'm saying, I knew I couldn't come home, you know what I'm saying, without my old man tripping. I knew if I got in trouble, my old man was gonna be, when he got off of work, is gonna be some issues. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of those kids don't have that, you know what I'm saying. If I get in trouble, my old man go, you know what I'm saying, he gonna do that. So, you know what I'm saying, we kind of putting it on a woman right there to provide the discipline.
Mm.
But I think as far as leadership, you know what I'm saying? I like what Chauncey Gohart said. He said a lot of them haven't been taught that. And I think that's the truth. And I think we need to go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, stop that. What's up,
And
Mike B?
I want to sum it too. To be honest with you, any guy, any father, any boyfriend, stepdad, whatever you
Mhm.
want to
Yeah,
be.
true. The village.
Yeah, there you go. Start telling your children you love them. Start telling your
Mm.
children you love them. A lot of people don't get they love you. I've dealt
Mm-hmm.
with men and women. I can tell you a gang of men right now that a lot of people know nobody told them that they love them. Okay. I
Mm-hmm.
tell each one of my daughters, I tell my nephews I love them.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you hear you have somebody loving you without being ashamed or without being bothered by it, your children can conform. They can start going to you and they'll start building up. A lot of them see, you know, the only reason I had the love and the energy and the confidence is because my parents told me, my uncles, my aunts, cousins. We had friends in the neighborhood growing up. A lot of us just dealt with each other. So
Mm-hmm.
now you telling, once you tell your kids you love them. For I don't care what man's on this podcast right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let your child know you love them because a lot of people look for love, and I'm not a poet, I'm not a psychic, but whatever vision I have, I see it. A lot of people look for. I've heard a good friend of mine. He's still mad at his father. He's 42 years old right now. He's just mad because his father left. He pulled up. He stopped. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't give him anything. He never saw him, but he saw him. But he never saw him genuinely anymore. You see, if
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense, he didn't get the love anymore. So he didn't turn out bad, but you can tell he has resentment.
Mm.
So he might have resentment to a stepfather. He might have resentment to another little boy. He might date a woman and have resentment to that son. And
Mm.
the woman can't see it because he's mad because his dad wasn't there because he doesn't know how to be a dad now, if that makes any, if that recollects. So
Yeah, for sure.
tell your children you love them. I mean, we had love. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When I say love, and Stacey with the Hope, going back to the Hope twins, my brother loved to be on that team. You see what I'm saying? You got
Mm-hmm.
other kids loved it because they were getting love, they were getting hugs, they were getting pats on the back, they were getting encouragement. So that was steady. This tradition is man bag purses, no offense to nobody, tight pants, and then you have women wearing big bags while the man's have the tight bags, and the women are wearing baggy clothes and sharing the way they feel while the men are tightening up. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't. I still carry a wallet. I don't play. I might have loose cash. I don't play the man bag. What
Yeah,
I'm getting
I
at
still
is
call it wallet too.
things. If I would have had a man bag, I'm gonna be honest with you. And I played football in school and college. If I would have had a man bag in college, going to college, you either would have been talked about, hit, or pulled to the side.
Yeah.
Now it's just okay. You see what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I, I, you can only go so far. But I'm thinking, we need to start telling each other we love each other, and we need to mean it.
Yeah, you know what? I worked with this guy a while back,
Hmm.
a few years ago, and you know what he told me? It's a black man. He said, he said, I never told my kids I love them. They should know that. And
Hmm.
that struck me. I'm like, dang, bro. In my mind, I was thinking like, man, your kids gonna grow older and they're gonna be like, that's gonna be an issue. They're gonna be like, you never told me you love me. And I
Hmm.
can see that kid saying that to their father, you know what I'm saying? If you
Hmm.
know, and I was like, I couldn't see how he couldn't tell his kids, he had sons and daughters,
Hmm.
that he loved them. He said they should know that. He said that he provides and what he shows them and what he gives them is the love. And I was like, It's like, bro, that's totally backwards. You know what I'm saying? As
That's
far as
true.
and what you said might be, I think, you know what I'm saying, a lot of we need to tell each other we love them. And I
Yeah.
always say that on some of my pages, you know what I'm saying, in the morning. Tell the people that you care about that you love them, because don't wait till, you know what I'm saying, some tragic happens and if they're gone, and then, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, randomly, like right now, if y'all watching this show right now, tell your dad, tell your mom, tell you whoever that you're close to that you love them, because, you know, that makes a difference, man. That makes a lot, especially in a child. You know what I'm saying, that you love them. So, you know, I like how that was deep. I like how you struck that. You know what I'm saying, as
It,
far as
it's serious.
that can be very therapeutic. You know what I'm saying. So
Yeah, it's needed, bro. It's really
yeah.
needed. You know, if we can check with a couple of people on this podcast, maybe in about 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
everybody tells their people, their kids, or whatever, they love them every day. I guarantee a lot more homes will be more filled with warmth, meaning a lot
Mm-hmm.
more comfort. I have 3 daughters. I tell each, I tell my daughters, and see, I'm gonna tell you, like, you know, without the shame, I have confidence. But the
Mm-hmm.
thing is that I'm a single father, but I'm a statistic in somebody else's eyes. But one thing, I might be a statistic, but I know every time I talk to my daughters, I tell them I love them, and I tell them I love their mother. So that way they won't grow up thinking their father hated their mother. I love their mother. It just didn't float like we wanted, but I love your mom. You
Mm-hmm.
see what I'm saying? So now my children, they know. They tell me, I know, Daddy. But that's helping them because, like you say, oh, the guy that you work with, he doesn't tell his kids nothing. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You don't know how they're gonna turn out. You don't know what's gonna happen as they, like you say, as they start elevating, and then they start having their own families.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Facts.
uh,
Stace, you got something before we get to this last topic? Last topic is, this is gonna be a little bit lighter. We got a little serious on that one. You know what I'm saying? That was a dope conversation. A conversation that needs to be have. You know what I'm saying, more often. To be honest with you, I love to have that conversation again. But you know what I'm saying, and this happens a lot. What if you outgrow a relationship? How do you handle that? Because a lot of people stay into the relationship. They're scared to get out of it. You know, and I don't want to just prolong and try to give my thoughts and opinion on it. But what if you outgrow the relationship? How do you handle that, man?
Man,
nobody.
I think you have to give it a little bit more context. Like, what do you like? How do you mean like outgrow the relationship? Are we talking about a phase? Are we talking about, is it the sexual part of the relationship? Is it, the mental or maturity of the
Well,
relationship?
you could just pick a subject. You could just pick a part of it, and we'll elaborate of, it, and I'll go into my particular part on it. You know, so we could do it like that. You could just, just pick a little piece of, just cut a little piece off the cake.
I think first, everything needs to go down to communication. I mean, if I mean conflict is so normal, but because we don't like the heat of conflict, that we choose to go on a path of least resistance, which is saying nothing, or just letting it build up, but not ignoring it. Like, there's a fire in your relationship, and you're not addressing it. So I think, it's selfish. Again, been guilty of that, right? Something you
Yeah.
don't like, and you grown a part of it, but you're not addressing it. So you're not giving the person that you gave your body, your heart, your mind, your soul, a piece of you, but you don't even give them the benefit of the doubt, just to say, hey, um, sexually you're not pleasing me, right? And there's something that we could do, but we ignoring it. Or there's something where it's like, hey, you you making moves, and I don't even know who you are anymore, you know. And I feel like we're going in two different directions, because now you wasn't kicking it with the boys, now you're kicking it with the boys. Like, rather than saying, hey, come on, let's bring it in. What's going on? What's new? Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. You know, are you okay? You going through anything? Is it, if I I feel like if it's a relationship that's worth working on, and two people have will, then the first thing you have to do is sit down, be adults about it, and then talk it out. right? And after you talk it out, then man, hey, how can we apply a solution? We're not gonna call it a problem. We're gonna say how can we come to a solution, a
And
compromise, right?
and exactly, not to cut you off, but that's the topic that when somebody said communication, that was one of the topics that I forgot. I don't know why I didn't put that in there, but to switch it, to chime in, how important is that communication? You know what I'm saying? How important is communication as far as I don't know what's going on. Mike B, I think is camera fail or whatever. But you know what I'm saying, as far as how important is communication. And I know Mike B, I don't know who but Mike B, what's going on with you, man? But I think as far as communication and what you were talking about, when you outgrow the relationship, I think communication is the main thing. I think you should always communicate with your partner. I think you should pick out a day that y'all are both off or something like that, and y'all need to communicate how your week was. Um, what do you need to address? What's your problems? What's been stressing you out? I think you need to have like a one-on-one with that partner, and y'all need to talk about everything that happened through that week. What's your goals and what's your plans on, and stuff like that. There's so many times that as women and men, you know what I'm saying, it's something that our partner doesn't like, and we just hold that in. And we hold that in until like an argument happens and we explode and we let all that out. And us men, we be like, damn, you've been holding that since 2 months. That was 2 months ago. Like, and you bringing that up, and I think, you know what I'm saying, to have a healthy relationship, I think we need to communicate that. We need to, if it's an issue, we need to address that. Don't wait until an issue happens and explode, and you're bringing up something that happened 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed. And I think as much as communication is important, right? The problem with communication is never create that safe space for communication, right?
Okay.
The environment, like you told me, you said, "Hey, you got your candle going on." Might
Mm.
be what's making you calm and willing to speak right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Yeah.
some people do not communicate first thing in the morning. Some people do not communicate, late at night, right? It's creating that environment, right? It's an inclusive environment. Everybody can sit here. We can talk. Hey, you like the candle on, right? Hey, you need your essential oils going on. Whatever it's going to do to relax you, to be able to talk, right? Nothing's
Mm-hmm.
wrong with having a debate. We're not going to argue. We're just going to communicate. You're going to say something. I'm not going to interrupt you. I'm going to say something. Please don't interrupt me. Hold your thought. Hear me out completely,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because those will create those issues in communication. I get ready to say something. You're ready to snap and say something on top of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You you
Yep.
you all and I think women, I think I can say this safely, right?
Okay.
That sometimes we're ready for a response rather than hearing that person out, right? Ready to, oh, I heard him say this word, and that was my trigger word. All right, now
Yeah.
I'm in that
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
But even if that's your your partner, right? Your
Mm-hmm.
boo, man, hey, slap out that paper, slap out a pen, right? Make sure you got some good understanding. It's all
Mm.
right to write notes. You
Yeah.
study that person, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to know that person better than anybody else in the world. So,
Mm.
man, what's wrong with that? Jotting down the notes. Okay, this is how this is how you feel about that. Okay, I heard you. I wrote it down, just like a test. I heard you. I
Mhm.
wrote it down, right? And then now I'm apply it, and then now I know we good because I didn't check all the boxes, right?
I like that. That boy says you study that person like it's a test, man. You know what I'm saying? You take notes and stuff like that. I like that. Not to switch it, but my boy Eric Bennett, holla at me, man. Eric Bennett is he's a dope artist out of Beaumont, Texas. I appreciate you for coming on the show. You know what I'm saying, my brother. He agreed with what Mike B was saying. But yeah, like you said, yeah, study your partner, man. Don't take your partner for granted. Like you said, it's the small details. You know what I'm saying? Those small details matter, man. So and like Bobby Wright said, listening is the key. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you have to listen to your partner. Listen to your partner and understand where they're coming from before you chime in and give your answer. Because sometimes you just don't want, some people don't even want to listen. They just wait till that person is finished talking so they can go ahead and chime in. and nobody's listening. You're just waiting for that person to finish so you could just give your perspective or your thoughts on the situation. And that's not healthy in the relationship if nobody has an understanding of where that person is coming from. I ain't gonna lie, this show has been very therapeutic. This has been a very therapeutic show, man. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But you know what I'm saying? Oh man, my boy Chauncey Gohart, he said he not dating no more. he didn't give up. He didn't give up on the situation. Hey man, don't be like that, Chauncey, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I think, I think somebody always deserves a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like we was talking about, man. You never know who you meet throughout life. It'd be 2 months from now, and you might meet that certain person that what I'm saying checks out the boxes for you. So I wouldn't give up. I would just say, what I'm saying, just hold it down until what I'm saying that person comes and stuff like that. I don't know what happened to Mike B, man. I was gonna try to, what I'm saying.
Yeah, I wanted to hear what he had to say, man.
Yeah, because that last comment, I like how he dove deep. He dove like therapist wise deep, you know what I'm saying, in that answer and stuff like that. So but man, this boy said blow up doll, man. Blow up doll ain't gonna listen, ain't gonna respond back, man. You know what I'm saying? So
and
but
then he
man,
gonna be mad, he gonna be like, man, all you do is sit there.
I come home, you don't do nothing, you don't cook, you don't clean. Yeah. You just sit there and look out the window or wherever the hell you got it facing or whatever. So, and you gonna be dissing that blow up doll, man. So, what Tiffany Peter, man? Don't you have a baby coming? Who's she talking to? I don't got no baby coming. I don't know who she talking to on that. She might be talking to Mike B. Mike B probably exited because he probably seen that. I don't know, but
Maybe
I don't.
respond to somebody in the comments.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It might be somebody in the comments. I don't know. They be going hard in the comments against each other, so I don't know what that situation is. I'll check it out after the show. But man,
spicy.
It be getting spicy in them comments, man.
Man, don't you have a baby coming?
Dang, man, I don't know what y'all talking about, but it's been I had a guest on, and it was a dude in the comments. He was going, huh?
You think she talking about Chauncey? I think she's talking about Chauncey.
She might be talking about Chauncey because Chauncey talking and he laughing. Chauncey laughing. I don't know, my G. I don't know what y'all got going on. Then he said, "Cuz, hey, that you on your own with that one, my brother. You know what I'm saying? You got to handle that situation." But Stacey, man, I want to say you got some paintings in the back, and I want to let people know that Stacey is an artist. He did those paintings in the back. So if you want a painting or something or whatever, something dope
man,
like
I'm
that.
doing custom rugs for commission. Hey, Matt, you can buy this Cowboys rug that I've been trying to sell, man.
It's a Cowboys rug?
Cowboys rug.
Oh, you're doing custom rugs and stuff.
Yeah.
How big is it?
I can do your Kikback logo on there.
Oh, yeah. How big is the rug though?
How big you need it to be?
I got a vision in. I got a vision in first, and then I can tell you like the size or whatever I need and stuff like that, where I want to put it and how big that I probably would want it to be and stuff like. Can you do a banner?
A banner?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, a rug, is it kind of similar to like creating a banner or something like that? It's the same fabric or whatever. I know I need like a.
I mean, a rug just like entry rugs that you have, custom, whatever. Any of them like that Tupac behind you, the Ice Cube.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to check it out, and I can tell you the size and all that type of stuff. I gotta vision it, and then if I can vision it and stuff like that, and then I can go with that and stuff. But I guess Mike B, I guess he's done for the day. You know what I'm saying? I like Mike B insight, man, and stuff like that. But man, Stacey, we will have to do. You've been on the show a few times, and I'm gonna have to get you back on here. This was like I said, this is very therapeutic because a lot of shows I have is like, it might be a male or a female or, vice versa. But to have a conversation with just men in general and have a lot of men call in, it was a lot of guys that was looking for that throughout the shows that I had, that like, man, I want you to do a show with like, all men and men call in and stuff like that. Cause a lot of guys they wasn't calling in, the women were calling in, and they was like, man, you need some guys to call in. I'm like, well, call in, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So I want to thank the guys that called in to the show and gave their perspective and their thoughts about things. I want to thank you. I want to thank Mike B for coming on the show. I will hit y'all up later. Maybe we can, set another date and, chop it up some more because, like I said, this was therapeutic for me for sure. You know what I'm saying? So, but I want to appreciate you, Stacy, for spending your Friday with me, my brother.
Hey man, I appreciate the opportunity. Anytime you reach out, man, I'm gonna make it up.
For sure, man. I want to wish you a great weekend, man, and enjoy yourself.
Absolutely, man. Same to you and your family.
All right, that's a bet. All right, so man, look, man, this was EP 111. You know what I'm saying? This was a dope show. This was therapeutic, man. This was a great conversation between us men. And I want to say before y'all get out of here, hey, don't get out of here right now. I'm gonna make a announcement. I have a music review show coming soon next Saturday. I got a music review show coming soon. It's gonna be YouTube live. I think it's gonna be Facebook Live. You know how Facebook be tripping with the music, y'all. So if y'all know an artist who raps, who does country music, rock and roll, I don't care what they do. I don't if singing or whatever, tell them to go to my page or whatever, because I'm not gonna spell it all out. But go to my page. I got my email out. Send your music to my email, MP3 or whatever it is. Send it to my email. I will play it on the show next Saturday, and we gonna rock out. We gonna chill. We gonna enjoy some music. We go sip a little bit. Y'all gonna give y'all perspective on if the music is good, do they need to improve, and we gonna have a good time because yeah, gospel singers too. You know what I'm saying? If you sing gospel, send it in because you know what I'm saying. The radio station they don't be playing a lot of local artists and stuff like that, and we know how it is. A lot of music they play on the radio is trash, and there's a lot of people that we know put out better music with them. I mean, than them. They just don't have the pushing. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, if you know somebody that rap, sing, do gospel, country, or whatever, tell them to go to my page. I got the post on there. They can send it to my email next Saturday, 7:30. You know what I'm saying? We doing a music review live show where they can send their music in. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'll play it if they want to skip the line. If they don't want to wait in line, you know what I'm saying? If they're the 10th person that sent that music, if they don't want to wait in line, you could skip the line. Just, you know what I'm saying? $20. Skip that line. $20. Skip that line. You get your music played. You know what I'm saying? If you got two songs, then that's $30. You get it played back to back. You can skip the line. You don't have to wait. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be that 20th person that have to wait to get your music played. You can skip the line, just chunk $20. If you believe in yourself, a lot of these people out there, they rapping about getting stacks and making money and doing all this stuff like that. $20 ain't nothing to skip that line. So, like I said, next Saturday, 7:30 on the Kickback podcast page and my YouTube page, not my main page. It's not going to be on my main page. It's going to be on the Kickback podcast page only and the YouTube page only. Music review live show, Southeast Texas, 409 for right now. But y'all already know it's going to be national pretty soon. So, I'm finna get out of here, man. I hope y'all have a great weekend. This was a great show. The Thoughts of Me in episode 111. If y'all missed most of it, it's going to be back on Facebook. It's going to be on audio. If y'all just want to listen to the audio, it's going to be on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, such and such. It's going to be on whatever you can listen to the audio. It's going to be on YouTube. It's gonna be on everywhere. It's gonna be out It's gonna be out tomorrow. So I'm gonna be uh next week. Like I said, next Friday, it might not be a podcast show, but we doing a music review show Saturday. So we rocking out, man. You know what I'm saying? We forever grinding over here. So, man, like I said, I want to appreciate everybody that's commenting. I want to appreciate everybody that called in. And I want to appreciate everybody that liked, shared, and all the people who gave out stars and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be safe out there, man. Y'all have a great Saturday. Y'all be blessed. And man, go out there and achieve y'all goals and do what you got to do to get where you need to be. I'm out here. This is your boy, North End Floyd, the Kickback Podcast Show, and I'll see y'all 100.